All right, perfect. Well, you guys, welcome to day one of our skill drill. And this is we're going to spend 10 days. It might actually be 11. We're going to do morning calls. So this call, of course, today is Wednesday. So this week we'll do a call Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Then we'll take a break and we're going to come back then and start again on Monday. So we'll be doing this at 7 a.m. I will post the calls. It will take me a little bit. I'm going to have Kelsey post them since she's a little bit better at all that than I am. But what we're going to talk about this morning is we're going to talk about getting your why. And after we talk about getting your why this morning, then going forward, we'll really be dug into a lot more what you would say mechanics. So really digging in and talking about those things that really are going to make a difference in the skills of your business. For example, I know last night on the team call, we were talking about doing a text splits and using the phrase, can I just call you? And so we're really going to dig into a little bit more of what those things look like. We're going to dig into your social media. We're going to get real and have that time. I'm going to start this morning with your why. And this to me is probably, my favorite topic because I've been on every spectrum of network marketing. I've been in every spectrum of life where there are times that I feel like I'm on top of my game and I'm going to win the world. And then there have been times where I've thought, I don't even know if I have what it takes to do this. Why am I even trying? And with all that being said, there's been one driving force that really has kept me from throwing in the towel. And that is a very, very strong why or a purpose behind what I'm doing. And so a vision, I guess. Up until Isagenix, I never called it my why. I called it my vision. But it really is the same. And so what the word tells us is that, and I'm not going to preach all of these things, I promise, but as a man thinketh, so is he. And so our thoughts are so powerful. What we're thinking in our mind, not only are we thinking it in our mind, but it starts to just leak out of us everywhere we go. And we attract who we are. Who we are in life is who we attract. And not only that, what we're thinking, literally our body begins to follow. Our body begins to go do. So if you're thinking, I'm never going to make it, I'm not worth it, he's not going to say yes, she's not going to say yes, that person's not going to believe in me. If we're thinking those things, then our life begins to follow that. And really not only in Isagenix, but in every area of our life, what we're thinking and what we're saying is where we're going. And so you have to really begin to think about or to know that what you're thinking is truly going to impact your life. And so the word tells us whatever things are true, whatever things are lovely, whatever things are good, those are the things that we need to focus on. And so that's why the why is so important. You've got to know that in this business that things are not always going to go your way. In a little bit, we're going to talk about hope and a vision board, and we're going to talk about all of these things. But what I want you to know, and I'm not saying this as a bearer of bad news, because I'm not a bearer of bad news at all. That's not who I am as a person. But what I am saying to you is there are going to be people that reject you. There are going to be people that say things like, is this a pyramid scheme? There are going to be people that say things to you such as, why are you doing that? There are going to be people that think things. There are going to be people that never understand what you're doing. There are going to be people that anytime you rise up in life, they're going to want to try to pull you back those things are going to happen. It's inevitable. There, you might go a week and you feel like the business isn't working. So disappointments are going to happen. And so you've got to know that and be prepared for that in a sense. Don't let that take you by surprise. I'm never taken by surprise when somebody tells me no. I'm not surprised by that. No, I don't walk around going, oh, they're going to tell me no. Oh, they're going to tell me no. I don't walk around thinking that. I used to walk around thinking that person's going to tell me yes. That person's going to tell me yes. I don't even think that anymore. This is what I think. Somebody's going to say yes and somebody's going to say no. And I'm going to talk to as many people as I possibly can talk to, because as I go forward in life doing those things, God is ultimately going to put the right people into my life at the right time. And I'm going to be blessed because I'm walking in faith. Because what happens then is it keeps you going on the ceiling. Oh my gosh, I feel so awesome. I'm going to tell the whole world, to on the floor. Nobody wants us. What's wrong with me? On the ceiling, on the floor. I mean, you've got to control that. And so I think that having your why is one thing that's really going to get you past that. Now, let's look at this. So what is your why? And I love thinking about these things. In church a few weeks ago, our pastor was talking about the lottery. And not that he wasn't condemning anyone that plays the lottery. He wasn't saying, oh, you're going to go to hell if you play the lottery, the Powerball, or a scratcher. But he was talking about people standing in line to get a ticket. They buy the ticket, and it's for one purpose, because for 30 seconds they have a hope. For 30 seconds they have this hope that somehow everything's going to change. But it's so false, because you have a better chance of being struck by lightning than you do of winning the lottery. And so you put this money in and just hope. But with this business and with life and with your why, that hope should come within. It's just we are all born, we come into this world with a crazy destiny. It's amazing. And as little kids, you see it. I mean, they stand out in the yard and they talk about how they're going to be a princess. I used to sit out in my yard all morning long and try to dig for china. I would just sit there with my shovel when I was a little girl and think, if I just dig far enough, I'm going to find china. And that's okay, because their imagination and their why is awesome. It's an incredible thing. And then some people, I don't know where you came from in life, some people that gets nipped in the bud even faster because they come from an environment where their parents are like, no, get real. That's not going to happen. You're crazy. Don't think that. Yet we came into this world automatically being able to dream, but then it gets shut down, whether it's in the home environment or whether it's through life, through disappointments, where you just think, I'm just going to settle in, whatever will be. I'm too old now. Or, I didn't come up with money. So how do I think why do I expect it's going to be any different? Those things, you've got to recognize that they're from the pit. If in any way you're feeling hopeless or in despair, or like it's not going to happen, it can't happen, that is from the pit. You need to recognize what it is and take hold of that. And so you've got to really think, to find your why or to find your vision. What you've got to do is you've got to think about all of those thoughts, just almost like the jungle in your mind. Just think about these vines covering up your mind and just crossing over. And every time you let that negativity cross over your mind, there's more and more vines just going in and cluttering it up. And so what you've got to do is you've got to think, okay, I've got to cut through all of those vines. I've got to cut through all of that clutter in my mind that's actually keeping me from whatever this destiny is that God has for me. And that destiny is your purpose. It's your why. And I'm not saying that Isagenix is your destiny. I'm not saying that it's your why. I'm telling you that money and the ability to have extra money in the bank will solve a lot of problems. And I am telling you that when you feel good and your health is right, that you can definitely serve a lot more people than whenever you're overweight, tired, can't move, depressed, full of anxiety because you don't have the right nutrition in your body, and you're broke. Then the enemy has you right where he wants you. And so you've got to be able to think about, okay, in the perfect world, what would I want things to look like? What do I want that to look like? Because there's this crazy thing. I used to think there in the Bible, it says that, I'll paraphrase it, basically, as we're spending time with God and we're fellowshipping with him, that he will begin to give us the desires of our hearts. And I used to always think, oh, well then God, I want a big diamond ring and I want this amazing car and I want these things. But in all reality, what that means is as we spend time with him, our mind becomes more like him. We renew our mind, we're refreshed. And so we began to think more like him. And so the things that we desire, the things that we want, actually the things that we want are really the things that he wants, because we're so connected into where he's leading us or where he's taking us. And so as you spend that time in prayer or seeking God, then what happens is his desires become our desires. And so at that, I believe that the word of God is true. And if it is true, then I think you need to pull out a piece of paper, and I think you need to get quiet. And I think you need to think, what are the things that I really want in my life? And don't limit yourself. What I mean by that is if you want to live in, my husband says Bali, if you want to live in Bali for the next 15 years, or if you want to live in Haiti and go serve, my daughter's getting ready to go to an orphanage in 2 days in Haiti, if that's what you want to do, or maybe you want to, maybe your desire is to have $3 million in the bank. I have no idea what it is, but you've got to let your mind go to what it is that you want. So one thing that helps me, you guys, is I'll get a piece of notebook paper and I'll sit down. I'm going to do this today because I feel like I need to refresh my vision. I need to rewind. I've had a lot of changes since Christmas. I made my last vision board. It's sitting right here beside me, that I need to rewind now and refresh. So literally today, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to write down, what 25 things do I really want in my life? What are those things that I really, really want? And you want to write that down. So let's say number one, I really want, I don't even care what it is, but I want a black 7-seater SUV with all leather and navigation, because I traded in my SUV to get an economy car because I was driving back and forth to Kansas City 4 to 5 times a month, and I was spending $700 a month in gas. And so I traded it off and I got a Kia. Ever since I've done that, I've thought, why in the world did I do that? And so then I think, okay, well, is it selfish that I want, I'm just bringing this to you in case these thoughts are going on in your mind. Don't think, is it selfish of me to want that SUV? No. If I have that SUV or if I have those things, it's going to bless so many people. I'm going to pick up a ton of people, put them in my SUV and drive them places. And so what is it that you want? I want a wrap around porch. My porch goes across the front of my house. I want it to wrap around because I want to have porch parties. I want to have ladies over to my house. I want to have tea. I want to have coffee. I want to have amazing things because I want to bless other people. I want to take my entire family to Mexico the week after Christmas this year. I'm going to write that down. And so what are those things that you want? Get that down on paper and write down 25 things. The reason why I think that you should do that is sometimes you'll write down the first 10 and you want to kind of stop, but keep digging in. You will find yourself very surprised at the things that you want. I'm sitting in a leather chair in my office, and I never even knew that I wanted a leather chair for my office. I did this paper, I don't know, I did this list maybe about a year ago, and I wrote down, leather chair for my office. I didn't even know I wanted a leather chair for my office, but now I'm sitting in one. And so keep writing down what those things are that you want. And so that's going to become that's going to help you know a little bit more of what your why is. It doesn't have to be huge. What excites you, what gives you energy, write that down and get it in front of you. The next thing that you want to do is you want to get this on a vision board. Get it down on paper. Well, I can't get my vision board because there's something sitting on it down here. But my vision board typically sits on the easel in my office, and I'm able to look at it. It's so crazy as I'm looking at it right now, what it says. You know, everything is just awesome. And so because I'm looking at it, and so many of the things that I want to have happen this year are already happening. And so get it up so that you can see it, so that it's in front of you, because out of sight, out of mind. And so I put my vision in front of me every single day because I love winning over the enemy. I love it whenever my life is going to come ahead and he's going to be stomped down, because when my life is ahead, I am so free that the people that I can bless, it's amazing. Because when I am free to be me and my destiny is in front of me and my why is there, I can, wherever I walk, wherever I go, I'm amazing people blesser. But when I'm so caught up in my problems and I'm not where I want to be and I'm all sucked in and wound up, then I can walk in places and never bless a soul because I'm so worried about me. And so overcoming that is huge. So get that vision up so it's in front of you everywhere. I mean, today I'm gonna I'm crazy today. I'm getting a marker and I'm gonna go write on every mirror. And my husband hates it when I do that because he's like a clean freak, but he's gonna be loving it because anytime I go through and I write on all of my mirrors, we always think advance every single time. And so I'm gonna go right on the mirrors and I'll take a picture and put it up on IsoRocks for you guys today, because I'm getting that vision in front of my mind. Talk about it. Stevie talked a little bit about this on the call if you're doing the boot camp, but you need I am statements. You need to be able to say to yourself over and over and over again what you are, who you are, because the enemy is always trying to tell you who you're not. Right? The enemy, I mean Satan, the devil, I believe in that. I believe that God created you for something so dynamic. And if you get stuck, if you stay stuck somewhere between where you're supposed to be and just quite not there, and your destiny is not there, that's a beautiful thing for the pit. And so you've got to wage war against that. So I am fit, I am fast, I am free. I'm literally on my I am statement every single time my family races, everybody's fast. Now, I'm aware everybody in my family is fast but me. Like my family will go do a benefit race. My husband will take first in the men's, and my daughters will take first and second in the females. And Kelsey and I will finish at 32 minutes, like dying, crawling across the line with my husband and my daughters already have pictures for the newspaper, and my oldest daughter and me, we're just like crawling past the line, and I'm so sick of it. And so on my board, I'm going to put, I am finishing the Journey Church Dream Run in 28 minutes. Now that's not even that fast, but it is something I'm doing. Or I am a person that has clearly defined AB definition. I am a 5-star golden circle by September 1st, 2016. I am living in the house that I choose to live in by January 1st, 2017. Write your I am statements. Call those things that are not as though they already are. Your words are powerful. Get it down on paper and say it out loud. I am, I am, I am, I am. When you do that, you become a why machine, a vision machine. Because I'm telling you guys, you've got to protect your vision. You've got to protect your thoughts. You've got to protect your life, because nobody else is going to do that part for you. And you're powerful. You're a powerful tool for the kingdom of God when you're sharp. when you're on it, when you're going forward. You're gonna, like, what you do is you give everyone around you hope. So don't you dare for 1 second get stuck in a place where you are not developing that why, staying on that why, keeping that vision in place. It is not selfish. It is correct. It is right. The Bible tells us to write our vision on the wall. The word tells us, my people perish for a lack of vision. And it doesn't mean my people die, like they're going to fall over dead, but it does mean that they perish, that the kingdom disperses, that you're not powerful, that it's basically what we would say in 2016, that I want to go to bed and pull the covers over my head. If you ever get to the point that you want to go to bed and pull the covers over your head, it is because you've not been feeding what it is that God wants you to do. You got to feed it. You got to feed it, because what you feed grows, what you starve dies. Okay. Okay. Always know that where you're going, so this why, this vision, what you get, where you're headed, always know that it is way bigger than you. It is way bigger than you. I had somebody say this to me the other day. They said, when is enough enough? I get every, just know this. I get every opinion. I get opinions from people saying, you should train like this. You should be like them. You're in Holland and you're only making this much. To, I get people saying things to me like, when is enough enough? You know, you guys are making great money. I saw the statement. I know what you're making. When is enough enough? So I have people telling me slow down. I have other people telling me what I'm doing is not enough. I have it all. Like, you always somebody's making their shake. And I think they're making their shake. I'm pretty sure. All of that's always coming at me, and it's always going to be coming at you. But what you've got to know is where you're going and your purpose. It is way bigger than you. So it's bigger than you. So you've got to finish, and it's not about you. If you finish your destiny, how does that impact your family? And I'm not even talking about that little family that's right in front of you. I'm even talking about, let's get big future. What about your children's and their children? What about changing generations, because you were the one that said enough is enough, and this family is going to think different, and I'm going to be the one that's the pivotal person in this whole lineage. It's not about you. Your kids are going to do what you do. If you quit and you give up under pressure, they're going to be quitters that give up under pressure. If you say, no way, I'm not putting that thumbprint on my family, and you finish what you started and you show them how to work through pressure, that's what they will do. And so it's not about you. What about the people that need your help? What about people outside of your family? This is not about you. It's about the bigger picture. So finishing is about the bigger picture. And so really, that's what I have, you guys. It's all about your why. So getting off of this call, because tomorrow we're going to start skills. So getting off of this call, what do? Sit down, get quiet. Make a list. What 25 things do you want? You're going to come up with 10, but make your body sit in the seat until you come up with 25. It is not a waste of time, because your why is the most powerful tool that you have in your tool belt. Without a why, you're going to make it really nowhere, because as soon as the pressure comes, you're going to walk away, and you don't want that to happen. So what's your why? You're going to write down 25 things. Keep going after the 10th thing. The next thing you're going to do then is you're going to get it on a goal poster. Get it up. It doesn't have to be fancy, but get a visual up so that you can see it. Are people going to make fun of it? Yes, probably. When I go to write on my mirror today, everyone's going to make fun of it. And guess what? I don't care. And so get that up. And then really, you're going to go forward. Write your I am statement. Say out loud. You guys, put positive stuff into your mind. The minute I hang up with you guys, I'm literally going to go put on my walking shoes. And I have hills outside of my house. And I will walk those hills and walk those hills and walk those hills for one purpose, and that purpose is to get to myself where it's quiet. I put in this guy named TD Jakes. I feel like he writes sermons just for me, and I'm going to listen to his stuff the whole time I walk because I'm feeding my mind. I'm feeding my spirit. I don't have time to not do that. I've had people say, well, if you would just get up and get to work, you can multitask. No, I have got to get the quiet time because I am in one battle in my life, and that is the battle for my destiny. And I am going to win. And so I've got to sharpen my sword. And I do that by spending time with God. By some people do it through affirmations. For me, I listen to positive stuff all day long. So when things come my way, I'm ready for it. I'm ready. And so do that. Get that time to yourself to get that done. But that's what I have for you guys. I just want you to know that I am so just incredibly blessed that you guys are on this call. I'm so blessed that you're on this team, that we're on this team together. I mean, sometimes I'm like, how did this even happen? And so I just thank you guys for all of that, and know that I know that if you put your mind to this, that you can do it 100%. You really, really, really can. So you guys have an awesome, awesome Wednesday, and we'll be back tomorrow. Just so you know, our topic tomorrow is going to be prospecting, and then we're going to get a little bit into connecting. So it's going to be a big skill drill. So thank you guys. Bye, everybody. Have a great Wednesday.
Bye. Bye.
Bye, Amy.
Bye, guys.